Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing another episode in our legendary Norsca campaign with Wulfrik. So special thanks again, as always, to Joel and Zach for sponsoring this campaign. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. We can set that up for you. Okay, I think we're going to start doing despoilers here. A little bit extra money from raiding and sacking, and eventually we want to work our way to Lightning Strike and Fueled by War for the upkeep cost reduction. I wouldn't mind getting the Werekin. I don't think we had the Werekin over here. I would really like to get these guys. Maybe I do need to go ahead and just get this up here. I mean, it's pretty cheap buildings. That way we can get a couple of these heroes, these Werekin. I mean, they have bonuses for the Werekin. I mean, let me just see what they have. SFO may have changed some of these things around. But they are anti-large. I think they're armored. They do have, let's see. Well, it's not telling us exactly. But they do have, like, these auras. Like, that aura to give everyone 20 extra armor would be huge. They do have the regeneration. I don't know their exact stats. They are obviously a little bit on the expensive side. But we do get 5 ranks of them as well. So, traditionally, they're pretty good heroes. So, we can just get this... hire 1 or 2 of these and then just demolish the building. And that would probably be fine. And then put the money building in. That seems good to me. I mean, maybe we need to save a bit more money. I guess there's no rush on that. Maybe we can just wait on it. Okay, the Troll Fjord. We're gonna need money there. Fjordling's Gathering. We're just chilling on that. Okay, I don't know if this tier 3 here... This is tier 3. It's only tier 2 still. Alright.
I am the Wanderer.
Okay, and then there's a storm here, so we can't go this way. Alright, so let's just dash to our property over here.
They can run. Overrun the
Probably
wall.
the best way to go.
Now. Marauding.
Everyone's not going to like us because we turned on the guy we had a non-aggression with. We're just going to try to run over here and take out the trolls. Marienburg might come to us eventually. Wait, why are we negative? Oh, because we're not encamped. So I would love to get like some Bale Fiends. Mere Bale Fiends before we fight these guys, or a Mammoth. Mammoth would wreck them. Mammoths are very expensive, but... Excuse me. Usually I mute if I sneeze, but that just kind of caught me off guard. My daughter might have a bit of a cold, I'm not sure. Might be allergies as well. We'll see. Okay, so these guys are going for Nordland. I'm cool with that. And those storms are raging. We gotta hunt down and figure out where Throg is. Remember, if at all possible, we do not want to injure his buildings at all. or attack his towns. We just want to kill him so we get the Confederation. Then I guess we're going to leave, like, Ag Hall and Mung and those guys alone over there for a little while. Okay. Double check the buildings. I think everywhere is pretty much up to speed. Public order is starting to become an issue. Why is this so bad? Oh, because of the, okay, so where? So Sarl. So there's going to be a rebellion here in a couple of turns. So we're going to have to kill that. That's actually kind of nice. That'll give us a little bit of a public order boost.
Despoil and ravage.
No, I don't know exactly where Throg is. Who's he fighting? Crocodrock and Kislev. Okay, so we might be able to just kind of run through and deal with him.
Where's my next quarry? No escape.
This is going to be so much faster if we run through here. So we might get caught up in a storm. Wait, is there there's still a storm in that square? I thought it was over here. How much attrition do we take? Because we are going to gain, like, we can heal through some of that attrition, but we need to get over there quickly.
Who's next?
Right, let's just pop down here a little bit and see what we would actually be facing attrition-wise.
Advancing.
That might be worth. It's not that bad. We could just run straight over here, but the issue is, like, running through this across that river and stuff is going to take forever. I think we can handle one turn of attrition.
Tribesmen, gather! The eagle guides me. Undefeated. Enslave the southerners. Despoil and ravage. On the prowl.
I believe next turn we'll be able to pop out at Bay of Blades. Okay, we already looked at all that stuff. Our technology. I guess we're still getting Butcher's captives. I mean, I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have a lot of Marauders, honestly. I mean, that does apply to Marauder champions. That's way too long for that, but I think this is probably fine. Like, going for these monster hunts might be something interesting at some point. Let's see. 10% for Familiar Warriors. It's not... It's too much, I think. We need to start going for these things. Like, how long would it take to try to go for Corone? 41 turns right now. That's what I'm talking about. Getting that research rate reduction is very, very important. Now, some buildings do give us extra research. It's a luxury. We can't afford it right now, but like this right here, these growth buildings would give us 8% more research and 1% upkeep for all units faction-wide. So that's going to be like if we have 10,000 gold, which is like a couple of decent-sized armies, that'd be 100 gold a turn. So that definitely does pay for itself at a certain point. An 8% research rate. If we can get that in a bunch of different places, like even just 10 towns or whatever, Plunder Hall, that'd be 80% extra research rate, which would cut a lot of those times. I mean, it'd probably cut them in about half, because we'd be at 200%, like closing in on 200% research rate instead of 100%. So that means it'd still be 20 turns to get some of those things. So we may not even get a lot of those things. It's going to take forever. All right, Sarl. Okay, so we're going to take control of Sarl here soon. So I don't think they're going to hit it before we get there. So we'll go ahead and activate that. Okay, so we're going to get 100 here. We just upgraded our port over here, so we got a little bit of cash there. That army starting in this province. Does that include the sea? I'm not sure if that includes the sea or not. Can't do the monster hunter thing yet. That will eventually be pretty cool, though. I'm not sure what kind of bonuses you get for that stuff either.
My challenge?
I know some of them give you regiments of renown. I don't know if they all do or not. Some of them might just give you like some money or like a cool item or something. $1,000 gold a turn's getting pretty rough. And we can always, if we get in like deep trouble, we can trim some units, but I would really rather not do that. It's because I don't know what Throg's going to be rolling with when we find him. If we catch him alone, we might be able to beat him just straight up 20 on 20, but if he's like hiding in a town, I suspect he's probably trying to fight the dwarves. He hasn't taken any damage yet that I've seen because his yellow bar is about the same for several turns now. So maybe he's sieging somebody, maybe he's raiding, I don't know what he's doing. We could start fighting Kislev if we wanted to here and take Bay of Blades. There's really not a huge reason to do that. I mean, it would help our public order because we're not going to be facing any of that untainted stuff. Speed this up here. Ooh. Income from raiding minus, okay. I don't care about the growth. Alright. Took a little attrition there, not a big deal. Oh wow, yeah, we can run really far up here. Okay. I guess we just run through Throg's territory and just try to hunt him down.
Embarking. Overrun the world.
Now that is some movement speed. That naval movement speed is real. Dang, we are about to have some problems. We might have to take this town just for the money. There's gonna be a rebellion here in momentarily, but we're not gonna be able to stick around for that. It's literally like 2 or 3 turns and we're out. Once again, we can trim units if we get into big trouble, but we're cutting it close. Yeah, we might just have to start taking all of his stuff. Sack and occupy, sack and occupy. Alright, yeah, we can't get any money off of... Thinking everyone hates us. That's not gonna happen. Alright. It's kinda in transit. Gotta run. Across this massive map. So we do need some campaign movement range anytime we can get it, because we're going to have to run, like, far. As soon as we can grab some Famirs, then maybe we can go on these monster hunts. I don't know. We're so hard up for cash right now. I mean, if we got rid of our second army, though, if we just had one big army, then we could put stuff like Famirs or Mammoths or something in it, probably, and save a lot of money. It's just crazy we have this much property already. I'm not sure how much it is, and we can't even afford 2 armies. Now, it's not, like, totally all juiced up. Like, we don't have, you know, tier 3 money buildings in all of them yet. A lot of our money is going to come from sacking. Because, like, those money buildings, when you upgrade them all the way, I think you can get it to where your sack income is increased by, like, 5. It might even be 10% per town. I think it's 5, though. Somewhere between 5 and 10. And, you know, we can get that in up, like... How many towns are up here? Like 30, 20? Something like that. So, I mean, you can get like 200% sack income. I remember some of these things, like some of these sacks for like 50,000. Now, Azog, some of those sacks in the normal campaign were for like a lot. Early on in the campaign, we get like 30,000 gold sacks, which were great. All right, well. There could be a rebellion that hits Sarl next turn. We're not going to be able to hit these guys this turn, so I guess we're just going to have to chill and kill this rebellion.
Norsca. Understood.
And then go from there.
To the 4 corners.
Now, if we sit in this camp, it should save us a little bit.
What?
Allow us to replenish.
Speak. The crow directs me.
Got even more. They have almost 14 units here. Did he buy the, like... What a little sleazer. He got the bulwark for the extra units. So he's got 13, 22-ish units. How's he doing fighting?
Great rules.
I don't know where he is. If we click on him...
You bring your message.
He might be around there.
Just your fear.
Yeah, we're going to have to take his town the old-fashioned way, because we just need money right now.
The eternal challenge.
Yep. Really need to do this quest battle soon. We need to get those Famirs. We need money, because its time is ticking now. On our public order everywhere. Now we can build the public order buildings and stabilize, but that tier 2 wizard building is done, but obviously I can't upgrade that right now. Alright, he's on the move, huh? We could try to hunt him down instead of killing that, if we can get enough money. I mean, Chaos is going to give us, like, when we kill them right here, it's going to give us a little bit of money. And we might be able to, because they're clearly, like, on their way to do something. So Crocodrock might be trying to fight them down south. Just waiting on these guys to, like, start coming at us. Marienburg is not, like, as opposed to us as Nordland is. Ostland could send over a squad soon. I don't know. It's just our number one priority is just getting all the Norskins out of there. Like, because it's a race. Because if Throg ends up taking more Norskins than you do, it gets really hard to win. He's got to take them all out ASAP. And of course you want the property, like giving you all that money as fast as you can get it. Could just take this thing, but I think we want to try to like stealth in, try to catch them off guard a little bit. We're getting so close. We still have the money to get some of these things. 30% naval movement range plus 10% campaign movement range would be fantastic.
Let's fight.
He's zipping around the whole map.
I am the Wanderer.
I think not.
Can we just beat these guys straight up?
Fear me.
Northmen come!
I don't want to take a bunch of casualties.
This way!
Yes.
Wulfrik. Into corpses.
Yes. Look it up. So that just bought us a little bit of time.
Heading out.
Didn't buy us a lot, public order wise. I mean, maybe. I really don't want to fight Kislev. We can turn off this money if we have to, and that would give us 10 more public order, I believe, with this mod. Yeah, we could turn off taxes, and that would give us some. Oh, it's 10 for a military crackdown instead of 8. Okay, well, that's
Chieftain
nice.
of the tribe.
Where's my next quarry? Executing. An unstoppable force.
Dominate! Immediately!
They're both running. It costs so much extra.
Decamping.
Now, if
To
he
the
does the
four
encamp stance, I
corners.
can't see, but I don't know if it gives us upkeep reduction or not. Oh, this place is about to have some issues. How many places are about to burn? We're gonna have to build public order buildings, I think. We already have a public order building. What the hell's the problem? Wait, isn't this public order 5? I guess we get -12 naturally. Well, we're gonna have to take off the money there. This desperately needs a public order building, I guess. I mean, that would slow it down quite a bit. We have to do that quest battle, like, very soon. Dang it, I want to catch them off guard, but Albion Hellspire Mountains. Okay, how much is... It's 1,000. It's 2 turns. Okay, so we'll see how it goes for 2 turns. What else? Albion's fine. Icetooth Mountains are not fine. 10 turns in that. We can sell back the public order building at some point. I guess I should have built it before. I was thinking, okay, this one only has 4. Oh, because we already have the public order building. Okay. And this is going to be a problem eventually. Alright, we're on the clock. I mean, hopefully we can find Throg down here over the next couple of turns. So we are going to be in the hole. Once again, we can trim our units back a little bit and probably...
My
afford it,
challenge?
hopefully Throg is like holed up in his town there trying to fight some Crocodroc or something. And we can get rid of the skin wolves or something if we really have to. Alright. It's getting down to it. I guess I should have thrown those public order buildings. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I mean, I guess we do have negative 12 on Legendary. It says Garamdi is about as strong as we are. I mean, after we kill Throg, we could just, like, switch over to Death Stack and just start preparing that. Like, single army Death Stack. Throg's still looking strong. I mean, we're going to have to turn that. That's getting burned next turn if we don't turn that off. So, got to turn that off. I mean, we could try to raid, but we don't get that. I guess we do get a decent chunk of money from raiding.
I'm listening. Done and done.
A lot of our towns are red, so we don't get as much, but camp does not reduce unit upkeep. Alright, we're going to stick to the plan. We're going to try to find him.
Despoil and ravage. You have my favor. Journey.
Instead of sacking these towns.
Speak. I'll handle it.
Overrun the world. In agreement.
Okay, with the raiding, we can kind of make it work here for a little bit, at least. Okay, Sarl. Why is Sarl so much better? Technologies. What is the 6 for technologies?
Yes.
Oh.
Sea Fang's ready.
Oh, I didn't realize that. You get +3 public order all provinces for raiding and minus 10% unit upkeep cost? Wow. I never read that. Holy crap. Yeah, I should be raiding everywhere. So that's how they manage public order. Okay, well, figured that out. I mean, public order hasn't been a real issue until, like, now. So... okay, well, that's cool. Gotta be careful to manage that well if we're not raiding.
Champions fall.
Alright, so they really, really want you to raid. Kind of makes sense, because your public order buildings aren't that great. But, okay. It's too expensive. Okay.
The eternal challenger.
Now, we are not replenishing, though, by doing that, but... action encountered Empire. Okay. So Empire is killing Marienburg. That's what it looks like. So Marienburg expanded north, and then Empire is picking up the pieces there. God, I really hope they don't have, like, 2 armies that are just, like, chilling at Winterpire. I really hope they're, like, fighting Crocodrock or something over here. Gotta make that money, man. Gotta start raiding. We're about to get our final sort of Norscan upgrade that we're gonna get. Our Marauder upgrade, that is to say.
To the four corners! I'll see it through. Ahead!
Northmen come!
Here, Mr. Throg, where'd you go? Is it Warwick Crocodile and Kislev? I was trying to hunt him down.
True savages! Sent by the serpent!
More headway! The correct path.
Probably over here. He may very well go to war with us here in a minute over this stuff. We shall see. Okay, so Albion's fine. Alright, so it's kind of just the lull, you know, lull in the storm here as we run across the whole map. Not the whole map, but I mean, dang near half of the map, at least horizontally, to get over to here. Really hope one of those, like Bretonia, doesn't come rolling up with a 20 stack. They probably will at some point, or Marienburg or Empire. They'll start taking out our left-hand side. We'll see. Go ahead and kill these Crocodile guys. They just dashed. I don't want them burning some of these towns that are going to be my towns once we kill Throg. Throg gets a lot of, I think a lot of bonuses. I think I said this earlier for like Famirs and things like that. Like, he has a lot of big monster buffs. I think we go for income from ports. 10% is massive as well. I go for that. We don't need these other things. I mean, they're cool and everything, but it just takes too many turns. Then we go for this. Monster Hunter is soon. Like, maybe after we get Throg, we can go for Monster Hunter. But...
My challenge? Undeniable.
Okay. -2 melee defense when I'm defending, but 10% offense on the attack is pretty good, but I think we want to get to this. Oh, he has to be in the province for the Skin Wolf bonus, too. That's dicey. Let's just go for the spoilers.
My axe thirsts for war.
Where the hell is this dude? We could also just
For
let
the
this guy
wisdom
go
of
if we wanted to.
Valea.
I mean, can I even
am the
beat
warrior.
that?
My axe thirsts for war.
Probably. 3143, so they have 71 combat effectiveness.
Where's my next quarry?
I have 87 combat effectiveness. I have 40 armor. They have a lot more armor than I do.
Chieftain of the tribe.
Where is he? Where did this guy go? He didn't run over here. He must have run like over here or something. And Crocodoc's not at war with me. Maybe I just let him go. Now, if we get some mammoths, there's nothing they can do against mammoths early on. I mean, I guess they can focus fire it with their ranged.
World Walker. For the wisdom of Valea.
Enslave the Southerners.
I mean, these chariots would be very good against them.
The eternal
Wulfrik can
challenger.
definitely duel their lord.
My axe thirsts for war.
135 armor is pretty heavy, but
For the wisdom of Valea. What? My axe
I don't want to
thirsts
injure myself
for war.
before we get to
Who's next?
Throg, though.
On the move.
There's Big Daddy.
Tribesmen, gather! Moving out!
What?
Marauders all!
Now these dudes are probably going to come over here. Now they might try to run past me to go like defend this town or something, which would be kind of awkward. I'm not sure if they can run past my zone of control. I think they can, but not at war. So he's level 3. He's got a lot of campaign skills, so they may have goofed that up. But at least it's building towards like lightning strike and stuff like that. Yeah, he's tough. I think we can beat him though. We got a lot of upgrades. Can we beat both of these armies? It's
Despoil
29
and
units versus
ravage.
my,
Overrun the world!
To the
30.
four
I think we
corners.
might actually just punch this
Set.
one. Just replenish a little bit here. Can our public order withstand that? Barely. I think it barely can. A little bit of replenishment. Okay. Alright. So we'll see what he does next turn. If he goes into the town and gets Winter's Pyre back up, it's going to be extremely difficult to beat him. Maybe he ends up fighting
My axe
the dwarves
thirsts
first.
for war.
We'll see. I mean, it's an interesting dilemma here, what happens. The dwarves are in a position to take Winter's Pyre right now, depending on who moves first. I'm not sure if they get to move first or the dwarves move first. So they might run home and try to defend. If they do that, I don't think Crocodoc's going to attack them. Which means I might have to sit here and raid or something and just wait on Throg to move again. Oh, they're splitting the difference. Perfect. Okay, so now I can hit Throg in the back, knock him out, and then gain possession of Winterpyre, And then I'm already in a position to maybe knock out Crocodroc after that. I don't know if we're strong enough to knock out Crocodroc right off the bat, though. So we might pass on that and wait until we get a couple of mammoths. Or other dudes. Famir. The Famir with that armor and the missile resist, I don't know, and they're half the price of the mammoths. We get such huge bonuses for mammoths, though. I mean, they're basically going to hit on every swing. Oh, we could have hired a wizard a while ago and started them running over here, but I guess that's going to take forever for them to get over here, so maybe we just wait. Wait, hold on, what? Right there. Abundance of loot. What? No. What the hell is that? What? Where's the news feed? Where the hell is the news feed? Hold on. Okay, so these guys just killed him. Are you kidding me right now?
Despoil and ravage.
So now I've got to wait on Throg to come back. Or I just never get him. If I kill this guy, it doesn't count. So how many? It's like 8 turns on Throg.
No scum.
Dang it. Okay, well, what I can do then is just take out the rest of these towns. Get them under my... Well, is there even a benefit to doing that? I don't even think there's a benefit to doing that. So maybe I'll just come over here and just get started on Crocodroc. I mean, if I take out one of these armies...
Northmen come.
He's probably just going to take the place of this guy whenever he comes back out. Okay, so what is this? Turn 23? So he's going to be back on like turn 30 probably. Got to find something productive here to do with my time. I guess we can come down here and get started on Kislev while we wait. There's no point in taking these towns really because... I could go over there and kill Chaos and then try to sack Crocodroc for myself, but I don't really have a good army to try to deal with dwarves right now. It's primarily built just to deal with some of these other factions. I mean, I do eventually want these to be high level. I was gonna say I could sack them, but
Marauders all.
really no point in sacking them.
Slaughter the
I can just kill Throg and get him. I mean, do I just press like skip turn for 7 turns to get Throg? That feels like that sucks. The dwarfs ran over here. I think they just gave up on Crocodroc. Yeah, Chaos is gonna kill that.
No.
I don't want to waste, like, losing my army to fight that. I guess we could just go ahead with transitioning over to Death Stack.
War
So we could
unceasing.
trim this. Since we should be able to isolate him,
What?
we can trim this army and then get some Famirs.
Enslave
I
the
think Famir...
Southerners.
I don't know if we want the Famirs or the Mammoths. So these guys are... These guys have 16,000 health versus 11,000. What's their missile resist? 25%. 25% physical resist. So unless it's a magical attack, they take severe reduced damage. Their melee attack is going to be 100 when I get that skill upgrade. 70 armor, 38 melee defense. 677 each. It's going to take a while, but eventually we could upgrade it and get these. Okay, you only buff a single ally with that, so that's not permanent. This is permanent, though. Your whole army gets 10 melee attack and 10 leadership, which is huge. But, how fast do those things move? So these move, these are 45 movement speeds. They're okay. These are 55. There's only one of these, though. 70 armor. These have 110 armor. And big time missile resist. 40% missile resist and 110 armor. Armor sundering. So they drop the armor by 30. $70 weapon strength, 58 attack. I feel like these are better, and they're cheaper. They're half the price. So we could have 2 of these for 1 mammoth. And the mammoths are really good, but it's like they're so expensive. And they just get murdered by halberds and spears so much. Like, these are not going to be fantastic against spears, but at the very least, there's a lot of them. And they do area of effect attacks. And they are strong vigor. Those cause terror. Those are door busters. These are also door busters. They cause fear, not terror, but I feel like the Famirs are better. I mean, I'll eventually want both, but I think we'll start with the Famirs with the, I mean, hell, we can get one of each. That'd be great for monster hunts. I mean, these don't have they have a small bonus against large, but 30 bonus versus infantry. Jeez, I forgot about that too. Yeah, I mean, you're basically hitting on every attack. Like, these would mow some dwarves hard, but I feel like these would also slam through dwarves. Now, these are monsters, so they cannot climb up walls. I mean, they both are. So they'd have to go through sort of the front gate. But these are so much more resilient to missile fire than these are, because there's the heavier armor, and I guess these have physical resist, though, and 25%. These have some magic resist as well. 15% magic resist. I mean, these would be a lot better. Okay, so if I want the fire spells eventually, these would be a lot better with the fire spells, for sure. Okay, we'll think about it. I think we go for the Famirs right now, until we get more money, because they're just cheaper. We can get 2 Famirs for the price of 1 mammoth, basically. Okay, so if we're going to go that route... And he's getting pretty close. We could, okay, so we could set up and do the quest battle.
The eagle guides me.
I'll handle it. An unstoppable force.
Why are we getting so much gold now? I guess we were always getting a good chunk.
Overrun the world.
So he's not going to kill me with that army.
Ravage.
right
My
now.
challenge?
We're about to fight a
Undeniable.
quest battle. Okay, we could
Tribesmen,
just
gather!
almost get rid of this dude right now. Straight up. Because all we have left is Throg. And we can make the transition now. Now, he can hit me during this transition. I have a 20 stack, and he does
Slaughter
not.
the sheep.
These guys are preoccupied. They're not going to hit me. These guys might come at me soon. And I think we can go ahead and start transitioning over to phase 2. Where we just get rid of this stuff and get the bigger stuff on Wulfrik. Okay, phase 2
Enslave the
initiated.
Southerners.
And if we're initiating phase 2, let's go ahead and get that fire wizard over here. It's gonna take her forever to sail all the way over there, but plus 10 for giants. Trolls are 10% upkeep. I don't think I'm going to be getting a lot of giants. I might eventually, but I just don't. I mean, like having one would be all right versus the mammoths, but I think the mammoths are just better. -2 leadership, all that stuff. I think we just go with this.
I guide the tribe. Harbinger of war.
I should have double checked. That's the only place where I can hire that dude, right? No other towns that I currently own are tier 3. Correct. Okay. So we do have to run all the way over there, which is going to take light years, but I mean, I guess when we pop on sea, maybe it won't take as long for the hero to run. Like, what are we looking at? Maybe 5 turns, 6 turns realistically.
Speak then.
Okay. So we're almost at time here. Sorry, I know there hasn't been a ton. I don't even know if we've had a battle this episode. This has kind of been the calm of the storm. I was trying to find Throg. It just wasn't happening.
Take what's theirs.
Okay, so we unequipped all that stuff. Give him the boot. We'll save even more money.
Where's my next quarry?
Now, what do we replace here? I don't like this guy. Yes, he does, you know, more damage and whatever, but his, like, the range is a big deal. 30 less range, so let's go ahead and get that guy the boot.
The eternal challenge.
Don't need this anymore. We're going to have better flanking units. And it is on the expensive side for what it is. It's overpriced. So it is rank 9, which makes me sad to get rid of that one, but we don't want to get rid of too many, though, because they might come out at us here in a little bit.
Undefeated.
Northmen come.
Okay. That'll save us a little bit of gold there. Ooh, we've only got one person raiding, though. Oh, it's going to be a slow creep. We can eventually just take off some of this stuff, though. Now, if we can do this quest battle in a little bit, and if we throw down some Famirs, I think we can probably do the quest battle, especially with our wizard. Now, our wizard's only level 1. We really need a wizard that's probably around, like, at least level 5 before we get Flame Strike. But Burning Head is still very good. We can get that at level 2. Or not Flame Strike, whatever. It's the flame, the Tornado Flame stuff. Okay. second army. Can't be Throg. So a little worried I'm going to have to step off for a minute here while I'm building these buildings. We'll see. Dude, please. Is he going to come at me right now? Okay, no. He's over here. Messing with Empire. Okay, good. So they're all fighting each other. It's what I like to see. Oslin might step up. I mean, they're going to see that my power level just dropped because I got rid of one of my armies. So that might entice them to get more aggressive with me. Some of these factions that don't like me. But I've got to make this transition at some point anyways. And these Famirs are just like next level stronger than Marauders. Like, from what I remember, they're pretty dang good. I mean, they're tier 4. And we're going to have them on turn, whatever this is, pre-turn 20. And they aren't that expensive for what they are. They're under 400 gold. And they're really strong.
Slaughter the sheep.
So they're not hiring that much more, but we might still just want to go ahead and...
Sea fangs ready.
I don't know where his property line is, but let's just move up here a little bit just to kind of get away from that action.
Embarking.
Actually, we'll go like right here.
More headway.
Yeah, I think we're going with the Famir. I mean, we could get them both, honestly. Could get like one Mammoth and a couple of squads of Famirs. I mean, it's an extra 4,000 gold. We are getting 3,000 gold per turn right now, though. We do have the growth to get both of them. Well, actually, we won't. We'd have growth to grab this and then upgrade this and then upgrade this within a few turns, but...
I'll see it through.
Okay, so we have to do Wulfrik and camp. Even though I guess we're technically raiding, I don't know. Let's see here. Albion.
Soul Hexer.
I don't know what's faster, sending him this way, or... I think just sending him this way is probably the fastest way to go. Really? It's that slow? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so it's going to take him like 20 years to get over there.
I know where.
Any like followers I can give him? Nope. Minus 20 melee attack for flying units. Could be pretty good eventually. Okay, so all of these are public order is manageable for now. Alright. I could upgrade my cache buildings, but I kind of need to just upgrade some of these. So let's go ahead and thin this army out a little bit. I want to keep the champions. But these are, I mean, they're pretty good frontliners for sure. So, and I want to keep the javelins. What can we afford? We can afford like 3 Famirs, maybe 4. How many can we recruit in a turn? I forgot there is a flat rate that they charge as well to recruit these things, which is probably like 2,000 a piece or something. I can recruit 4 per turn, up to 4 per turn. Let's go ahead and thin a couple of these out. Save a little more money. So they do cost about as much as 4 of these. But we need to be real here, because we need to kill Throg.
Marauders all.
And we need to be able to win this quest battle. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for this turn. So next turn, we're going to start hiring those Famirs. I assume they're probably 2 turns to hire. They might be up to 3. Alright, Nordland was looking pretty weak there.
I travel the world seeking jewels. Today you bring one to me.
Yeah, come get it if you want it. Actually, I'm not sure if I want them to come get it just yet. Let me hire my units and then come get it, but don't backdoor me. Fight me straight up. That's what I mean by come get it. Let me get my elite tier 4 units here before turn 20, and then we can talk. I mean, they're going to have a lot of spears and probably halberds and things like that, and our Marauders would be pretty good against that, actually, or we just have to be careful with the Famirs. So we may not get the full 4 Famirs, but I think just even getting like 2 is a pretty big deal. Like, I think they are going to get multiple 100 kills. Maybe having 1 against large units for the quest battle and for Throg's units. Although, maybe we don't need that, because we have like 1 billion spears right now anyways. Maybe, you know, we don't need any more anti-large.
Tribesmen, gather.
Okay. But anyways,
A pact.
yep, still headed over here. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. Let me see just how many turns it's going to take. 2 turns. Okay, so not bad. They're 1,800 apiece, though. So they are expensive. But we do have some upgrades on them. I think those things are going to do extremely well against infantry, especially non-spears. I mean, 58-48 is pretty huge, and they get 10 versus infantry, so it's going to be 68 melee attack. And 80 damage a pop that does probably AoE attacks. Attacks really fast. Has huge armor. I think we're going to have a good time with some infantry once we get those done. But what do we have that can... Oh, the sorcerers. Okay, so we could hire one of these if we really wanted to, but like 5 turns, it's... These are just way better. These are freaking baller. And it's 30 armor sundering. So you might as well, they just might as well not even have armor. So this is doing like true damage, to use a league term. They already do almost all armor piercing damage, and it's going to take out the armor, and it gets through physical resist. So not a lot of champs have physical resist, but like some of these Marauders will have like 5. I think that's a thing from Wulfrik where he gives 5 physical resist.
Despoil and ravage.
I guess maybe all Marauders do. So, yeah, they carve through the physical resist too because they do magic damage. Now, that against the Dwarfs, that's actually going to be kind of bad because they get 25% reduced damage. But these are just going to obliterate Dwarf Warriors. I don't even think it's going to be close. Like, they're not going to be able to crack this armor. I guess if they have the Great Weapon, Dwarf Warriors, or whatever, maybe they can. But that means they're going to have less melee defense, which means we're going to mow them down. So I think these are going to be pretty freaking sweet. I'm excited to try them out. So anyways, we'll get at it next time. So thank you all very much. As always, it's a pleasure. If you would like to sponsor a campaign, email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's free. That's easy. Everyone should do that, you know. Like I said, it doesn't have to be if it's the first video that you've watched, but if it's the 5th, 6th, 20th video or whatever that you've watched, just hit those buttons. You can unclick the bell if you want to. That's fine. I understand. I release a lot of videos. No problem. But then that way, it's just like giving everybody else that little check mark just to let them know, hey, come here if you want some quality Total War Warhammer content on Legendary using Steel Faith, real campaigns, no cheese, no frills, just getting in, having fun, old man stories every now and then between turns. It's a good time. But anyways, thank you all very much, seriously, and I really appreciate it, and we'll see you by next time.